very kind friend of mine loaned me his Sony PCM-D50 recorder. And since I just got my new Zoom H2n, it seemed like a good time to try these two out. Many people seem to consider the PCM-D50 as the top handheld portable recorder with built-in microphones, you know, the leader in its category of functionality. So let's see how that compares in recording using the built-in microphones to the H2n. As long as I'm here, I might as well put up the H2 as well. And for a reference, I've got a Rode NT4 going into an Echo Audiofire Pre8, a pretty decent home recording or fixed recording channel. Let me get the Licecap screen capture program going, and we'll watch Reaper in action as we use it to generate the test tone. But first, let me turn on the recorders so they can start doing their thing. There's the Zoom H2n. There's the Zoom H2. And here's the Sony PCM-D50. So I'm just going to print a test tone on each track and then use that to adjust levels in post so the final clips are fairly well matched. This track will be our tone generator. I'm using the JS Synthesis tone generator plugin that comes with Reaper. I've got it set to -18 dB and 1000 hertz, a 1K hertz test tone. That's pretty standard for microphone and recording testing. It's right in the center of the sensitivity of the human ear. Here we go. There's the tone. Let's see the metering that we're going to use. We'll print the test tone now on all the recorders. That's really a difficult thing to put up with, isn't it? Stop. Think of how my poor wife feels. Okay, now we have the test tone printed on all 4 recorders. I'll move the speaker, sit down in that same spot, and play some guitar. We've got all the clips recorded. We'll pull them into another Reaper session and use the test tones that were printed on the recording tracks to adjust the levels. We have the music clips and the test tone clips lined up, and then the adjustments that we make, we'll use these meters, the Synaxis Free G stereo meter. I have to get the playback cursor in the loop area. And then I'll bring up the meters. And the last one. Okay. So now, oh man, gotta turn down my speaker. We don't have to hear the tone to be able to calibrate using these meters. So let's run everybody up to the same level, 16 to 17, right in there. A little bit more, something like that. You can see this is kind of tweaky stuff, and then we got to bump this one up to that neighborhood. That looks good to me. Okay, so now we have added some trim or gain adjustment to all these channels. Now we'll make a time selection out here. And I like to keep it fairly short because I don't want to make a download that's too large. But so let's take this heavy strum and go out to the end and see what that sounds like. Okay, we want a little bit of harmonic as well. go out to the tail, where hopefully yeah, see, I find that useful to hear the noise levels added by the recorder. So now we have a time selection, and we'll just go into render and into Reaper's render engine and render each one of these clips. So the one that's soloed will be the one that gets rendered. Here's Control-Alt-R, time selection, 44:1 and 16, standard CD format, and we're rendering the H2, so there it goes. Close that. Okay. So now the files are all rendered. You can download them from homebrewedmusic.com. I hope you found that useful. Not only in terms of having clips available to compare these recorders, but maybe some insight into how to improve your own comparisons by using simple test tones for level matching and arranging things so that you get the same performance in all the tracks. If you do those things, you'll have a lot better chance of hearing the difference in the gear rather than difference in your comparison setup.
Please visit us at www.homebrewedmusic.com.